All right, Kevin, that looks good. So after you have recorded the 6 in the ones place and you've made an exchange to add the 1 to the tens place, what do you do then? Well, I know that I have 4 plus 2 here, and then I have the 1 for making an exchange, so it's 1 plus 4 plus 2 is 7. So the answer is 76. That looks good. How can you check and make sure that your answer is right? I can check with a calculator or with my partner. Yeah, that sounds good, and then you can make sure that you have the right answer. All right. Keep working on that, Kevin. See what other patterns you can find. All right, Susie, what patterns have you found in keeping your organized record? I noticed that you can add numbers that don't have the same number of digits. So if I want to add 113 and 85, I can do that even if they don't have the same number of digits. I just start with the ones place and add those together. I get 3 plus 5 is 8, and then 1 plus 8 is 9, and then there's nothing here, so it just stays as a 1. Wow, that's really interesting that you noticed that, because if we're not adding anything to the 1, we still have to keep track of it in our organized record. That's really good that you noticed that. Keep working on those patterns. All right, Mason, let's see what you've been working on. What patterns have you found? I found that if your sum is not as big as your original numbers, maybe you're missing something. That's an interesting pattern that you found. Explain to me what you mean. Well, I noticed that when I was solving 27 plus 12, I accidentally subtracted 2 from 7 and got 5, and then I subtracted 1 from 2 and got 15. And 15 is smaller than 27, and when we're adding, I know that the final answer always has to be bigger than these two numbers, so I know that I did something wrong. Oh, that's really good that you noticed that, because then you can always check your answers and see if you're right, and then you can make corrections. That's really good that you noticed that. So how would you correct that? Well, I would just add instead of subtracting. So 27 plus 12, I would add 7 and 2 and get 9, and then add 2 and 1 and get 3. Very good. It's good that you noticed that. All right. Keep finding those patterns.